Hey guys, what's up? We're going to be watching a video about Penny Parker mistakes, mostly nest mistakes, which I'm not surprised because every freaking Penny Parker player you play with doesn't know how to play the game, except me, obviously. You know, you're G. But anyways, let's get right into the video.
Most Penny Parker players are placing their nests wrong. I've hit Grandmaster with her in both Season 0 and 1, so let me show you how to stop making these common mistakes and start dominating. You want to start off here?
Yeah, I want to dominate in that mecha suit, bro. Want to be choking them out with these nice robot arms, bro.
This is a perfect nest spot. Just kidding, this spot is trash. Let me show you. You can get shot from the spawn. If you try to hold here, you're going to get shot from multiple different high ground angles. You're just not going to be able to fight off so many different high ground angles as well as trying to hold main. When they do destroy the nest early, you've got to wait 15 seconds.
Like, I think the only time... No, I don't even think I placed my nest... I don't think I've placed my nest there is if, like, they can't get out of the spawn.
For it to come off cooldown, and another 15 seconds for all the drones to respawn.
Oof.
The worst thing about this placement, though, is the position it's going to put your supports in. This flank spot will give the enemy team direct access to your back line.
I love flanking.
This is where all of your supports are going to be standing. It also gives great line of sight to any snipers that are looking at your supports. This is the space that the enemy team...
the most fun. My bad, guys.
...has. And this is the space that your team has. As a defender, you choose where the fights happen. The attackers choose when. Check out my tank guide for more metagaming analysis. Now that's over with, let's get into the good stuff. This is the best spot for stage 1 defense. It's massive. The attackers are going to try and take this high ground.
I'm going to be honest, I think this is the place I place it the most, and then I also place it like behind that wall right in front of their spawn, because there are just so many games where like if we have a Groot and a Penny, we just do not let them out of the spawn. It's so fun.
All you have to do, place a web down here and it connects to the nest. You can also place mines here as well for good measure. The nest is virtually indestructible from that location. This is how you want to set up your nest every single game on this map. Penny with prep time is no joke. You may not be aware of this, but if your first web is connecting or very close to connecting to the nest, then the other two webs you put don't have to connect to that first web, like this. Using this, you can really push the coverage that you can get from the spider nest.
I thought there was a limit on how many webs you could have placed, unless they changed that, but I swear I thought that was a thing. I thought you could only have like 3 of them or something.
Drones will still travel along that, even though they're not physically connected.
Yeah, I think you can only have 2 at a time, because the top one's gone now. Like, am I smoking crack?
Let me show you in the practice range.
We'll see right here, I guess.
Using this technique, you can get way more coverage with your spider nest. Next, I'll show you the coverage if you're just connecting the webs.
So is 3 the max you can have? Oh, so 3 is the max. Okay, so I am right.
So for the second spot...
Okay, guys. I thought I was smoking crack. I was like, I swear you can only have 3. Like, there is no way you can web all the way to their, like, you know, spawn or around the corner.
You want to place it here?
I've never placed it here.
The scenarios where you'd run this nest over the first one is if your main tank is trying to hold a high line, and if they're running a very heavy dive comp. With webs, you can extend the...
Bro, I'd be pissed if I was Psylocke and I saw that shit. But honestly, this kind of defeats the purpose. Well, maybe not, because he's kind of extending the webs. But I feel like I would just run close enough and then dash over. Because I feel like you can dash... Your dash can make it to the other side as Psylocke right here. You know what I'm saying? Like right through here. But maybe I'm wrong.
Spider nest range up onto the high ground to prevent them from getting access to it from this angle.
It definitely
the nest is also invulnerable from this corner. If they manage to push around the corner and you can't hold the best spot, this is a viable spot.
Yeah, I use that.
Watch out for flankers trying to take the high ground, but our main priority is to get back to the best spot. These last 2 spots are purely just last ditch to try and win the fight and push them back. Drop your nest in a safe spot and then ult.
Oh. I didn't know about this one.
There's one more spot I need to mention, and it's here. It's fallen out of favour with me recently, but it can still work. It's very situational. You need to be very careful if you run this spot. From this man, and this tree.
I am Groot.
Crazy.
If you just step outside the door, you can contest the convoy, which makes it so strong.
Oh,
Let's take a look
yeah.
at Stage 2 defense. This first spot can work, but it requires a very coordinated team.
Oh,
You want to communicate with your team that you're going to hold close.
I never have that.
If you're confident you can pull this off, give it a try, because it can be super strong. If you're liking the guide so far, consider giving me a like and subscribe. This is a very strong defensive spot. You want to extend your spider nest by placing webs down, and also get mines placed on this back wall. Extending the nest onto the choke makes it even stronger.
Oh, okay.
You also have easy access to and lock down the health pack with this nest spot. This spot can work, but at this point the enemy will have so much space, so I'll prefer this spot in here. This spot locks down the flank route as well as access to the health pack, and it can't be shot from the high ground.
Yeah, that is actually pretty clean.
And this is a last ditch nest placement. Drop it there, connect it to your ult, and try and win the fight. This is a
Just
quick
goes in
fly through of
punching.
this stage. These are the main health packs you need to be aware of for this stage of the map.
This is just one map, keep in mind.
This is the best spot for this stage. If you play,
But I feel like a lot of people, like, once you kind of see the strategy, you can kind of get the idea on a lot of other maps, and you'll like see it in your brain as a Penny player. I feel like, though.
place it exactly where I do, you can get coverage onto the high ground from just the nest, and then you've got 3 webs to use to extend out onto the main road. You can get mines placed on high ground as well if they're pushing it quite heavily.
Yeah.
A key point for this hold is get this wall destroyed at all times. It's going to give the flankers 0 cover if they try and go around the side to attack your supports. Get mines placed along the wall as well, so you may be able to get some picks if they try and peek the corner. If you get pushed back from that spot, this is going to be your next best spot. I see a lot of pennies using this spot. Put it behind the tree stump instead. You get really good coverage.
Oh,
The tree
okay.
stump is indestructible, and you can extend your web out onto the main road.
Honestly, never thought of that. Like, not that I'm a Penny
You
main,
can
but
also
still,
easily get
I've
coverage
played her
onto the
quite a
high
bit.
ground by just placing a web up there. You can extend the web this way as well, or just place mines. Let's look at stage 1, attack. There are 3 ways to attack here. You can go main, left flank, or right flank. This is the standard rollout for main. The part of the structure where the nest is currently doesn't break, so it's safe there. You can get mines placed onto the back wall and into the back line.
Yeah, this is the one I use a lot when I've pushed as her.
You can take the high ground from this position as well on the right, just depending on how the fight's going. This is it for the main push for nest placements, really. It's all about winning the fight at this point to get it through the last hurdle.
Yeah, I feel like when you're attacking as Penny, you just kind of want to place the nest in any kind of cover that is close to the push, and just like have it like be in the like as like hidden, but as also as like unreachable as possible while still pushing, and you're just constantly rotating it.
This is the right side flank push. If you play this properly and carefully, you can get a pick on one of the healers from this angle. Just be careful in case they have a Bucky, Spider-Man or Groot.
the main ops.
And this is the left side flank. It's got the potential to be the best out of the 3, but every game is different and it just depends on how the enemy team's set up and what sort of comp they're running. So you can try all 3 out and just see what works best for you. You can get a nest placed down here and try and get some value, but the main purpose of this flank route is to take the high ground to the left. Look at how
Okay.
good this angle is. You've basically pinched the enemy team in between your team and you. You can really cause some damage from here. Now this whole thing can be destroyed, so what I like to do is put the nest behind here and just look at how much of a pain this is going to be for the enemy team to try and deal with you here. There's no way they can push you on here unless they have something like a Hulk.
I don't really like this place because, like, dude, if they just spawn in, like I guess it, like, if you kill 3 of them, they're just gonna gangbang you from behind. You know what I mean? But that's just me. Maybe I'm wrong.
This spot is huge. You don't want to place it on that corner. Instead, place it there. do I even need to say why this is such a strong position? You cover both doors with one nest. It's amazing.
Yeah, you just funnel them. And honestly, he didn't do it, but you could extend that nest on that right door right here so they can't even peek in to like try to shoot it.
They'll most likely take high ground to try and destroy this nest. All you have to do, take out this balcony and then get a trap placed up here. This will prevent them from peeking. Let's look at stage 2, attack. Similar to stage 1, there's 3 main paths you want to take. Main, left or right. If they're holding this corner, you can extend your nest using webs like I've just done here. This is the best attacking spot on this stage. It's just the reverse of the best defensive spot. Use webs to extend the nest range onto where they're going to be holding. This spot can work if the enemy team isn't focused on you, but as soon as this building gets destroyed, it becomes essentially useless. Where I place this nest, it can't actually be destroyed. Use this spot to cause a distraction and get to our main spot on this side flank. This spot is really strong for shutting down enemy flankers. This part of the building can't be destroyed, so the nest's safe there. There's a health pack in this room. Extend the nest with webs onto the health pack to completely shut it down. This will force the enemy team to funnel through the main door.
Damn.
If you manage to get this position early, you can get some great angles on the enemy team.
Yeah, definitely.
And if you place the nest where I have, they don't actually have line of sight from down here. They'll need to take high ground to attack it.
Oof. Yeah, unless they got splash
I don't
damage.
really take high ground here. The reason being, unless you've got a rocket or a cloak that can heal you up here, it's not worth it. Notice the other high ground spots I've showed, the healers can still get you.
Yeah.
This is the left side flank. I'll mainly use this to just drop the nest, lock off this room, and
Oh, let's be real though. The auto turret healing rocket raccoon's probably in that little corridor healing already, so you'll just be the first one getting healed every time.
then use my ult in the back line. This will cause chaos. It's really strong. Now we all know this spot, very strong. Just get your nest placed down and get webs in the doorway.
Yeah, I feel like everyone
get mines
places
placed
it there.
down, and yeah, you'll prevent them from coming back to touch cart. Stage 3 now. You want to get your nest placed here. This is a standard spot if they're holding this corner. Make sure you get this wall destroyed on the left. Now this is a great spot. You've got a health pack, high ground, and it's very hard for them to push you. You can cause some chaos from up here.
Yeah, what I'm learning is, like, as Penny, you want to be, like, taking a health pack from the team and just securing it for yourself just so you can basically camp somewhere. Which makes sense. I've never honestly built near a health pack.
This is the best nest spot though on attack for stage 3. You can get coverage onto the high ground if you place your nest properly. You can also cover this flank route and this health pack if you place your webs down. Put mines down there as well, and I promise you will get value from this.
Yeah, that actually looks like I've placed there too
Alternatively,
before,
you
but I've
can
never
extend the
built it up
nest
to the
down
health
onto
pack.
main. This is another really strong
Yeah, I've done this one.
position, and it will force them to hold further back. And this is the last spot on attack. Placing your nest here and extending with webs basically locks off the enemy from spawning from this room. Imagine how it feels to see this.
Yeah, bro. I'll literally
Get
be
mine
like, I'm
placed
out of
down
here.
there as well for an extra
GG.
kick. You want to cover the other door with a web and get mines placed down here. So we've just locked them in both rooms.
See, I don't know why he does this. He places his mines like out in the open. Like, I would place my mines like kind of hidden, but like in the spot he's placing it, but like to the little bit to the side, or like basically like where they can't shoot it. Like, I don't know why he always places them where everyone can kind of see it.
And that is the Penny Parker Yggdrasil guide. I want to give a massive shout out and thank you to Full Metal Lamp. This guy is a celestial.
Yeah, even though this was just for the Yggdrasil map, I feel like this will help a lot of people like just get the idea of where they need to place their stuff and where they need to build and all that stuff. So yeah, remember to subscribe and like to Blue Bop Bop. It's the link in the description will sorry, the link will be in the description below. Geez, if I could speak English. So make sure you check it out. I know this was only for Yggdrasil, but like honestly, like you could kind of like, you get the idea of where you would be placing this on other maps. And obviously you guys can always check out his channel for the other guides, because you know, if you want like more of a, if you're not good at conceptualizing that stuff on your own, or if you just want to know the specific spots. But yeah, tell me what you guys thought about this video. I actually thought it was really helpful for Peni players. Like as someone who played Peni for at least like I think 10 hours, maybe a little bit more. She's not my main or anything, but I've played her quite a bit for like these exact reasons, because you can just choke point so many people and like it's really good defensive. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's only anti-diver. I kind of view her more as like a fortress, but I guess like a trap fortress. That's kind of how I play her, like a trap operator from Siege. But yeah, like I said, tell me what you guys thought below. Like and subscribe to your boy, and see you guys in the next one. Peace.